Stretches it out to the right-hand side. Broski's got a huge amount of space. Broski 40. He's across midfield. 40. This is wide open. 5. He almost stepped out of bounds. He scored anyway. Touchdown. Go Price. Matsumoto back to throw. He's in trouble again. This is insanity from Jordan Gray. And so that pass is caught by Abden. Touchdown. And off goes to Johnny English, who breaks out of it. Still going, Johnny English. And English will score. Oh, man.
Hello, sports fans, along with my partner, Peter O'Keefe.
It's a very cold night here in Minneapolis. Live from the Beast's home. The Minneapolis Maulers host the Orlando Intimidators on Throwback Night at Wolfram and Hart Coliseum. This is Mauler Radio 97.9 K-Mall. A nod to the Walsh Bowl of old, the Maulers wearing the roller blue as we head down to the field for tonight's coin toss in just a second. Minneapolis goes for a 4-0 start, and Thomas Paternetti goes for a 13-0 record all-time in SFL regular season games. Kickoff is right around the corner. You are watching the Simulation Football League on the SFL Network.
Made it to the show. I'll be gentle.
Gentlemen, please make your call.
We want tails.
It is heads.
We'll kick.
The Maulers have won the toss and select a kick.
The Maulers will kick. They like the confidence they have in their defense and like getting the ball to start the second half. So they will put their defense on the field first. It's throwback night here in Mauler country as Minneapolis goes for 4-0 and we're underway. From the 11-yard line, Orlando will return, and Orlando gets up to the 32. The Walsh Bowl, Eric Walsh and Kyle Walsh playing a number of games, a number of WAFL and SFL classics. Thomas Paternetti takes over the franchise this offseason. Knew we were going to have a throwback night. Just a coincidence that Orlando would come back to play Paternetti at home, and hence the throwback. Some beautiful jerseys. Hopefully they won't have to burn them at the end of the night. Hand off to Zach Parker, and he's going to be stopped for a loss of 4. And that is a good start for the Mauler defense. The tackle made by Jeb Gatlin. The Orlando Intimidators have had great success with their 3-back setup in recent weeks. They are the league's #1 team. And with 4 receivers, Matsumoto will drop to throw, and Matsumoto will go deep on the play, and it's incomplete, knocked away by Marcus Dorsett defending on Lorenzo Allen, and it's 3rd and long right out of the gates for Orlando. You can't go deep on this team. There's no reason to go deep on this team. You have to play solid football, and up to this point, no one's been able to do that, and all the credit in the world goes to the Maulers. This is an incredible staff that they brought up here to Minnesota. Matsumoto on a 3rd down and 14. The pass is incomplete. They go 3 and out with -4 yards of offense as Billy Joe Gatlin makes the stop, and in less than a minute, the roller offense gets on the field. There's a contest going on. Tell Alan J.D. in the chat room. He is Bandits APF 2K8. Tell him happy birthday. Guess the total number of points scored tonight. You have until the end of the first quarter, and you can win $10 or a Starbucks gift card. Starbucks, an official partner of the Minneapolis Maulers. 4th down and 14. The Rollers will return. That's Koma Kaleka up to the 40. And a great start for the Maulers on a late kickoff time here in Minneapolis. So 1st down and 10. Rocco Marconi starts the game out of the shotgun. A tough assignment for Orlando tonight as Marconi drops to throw. They bring some pressure and Marconi gets the 1st down to the 43-yard line of Orlando with Donald Miller. And Orlando tried to get some pressure. They did get close to Marconi. Oklahoma City learned the lesson the hard way that it's very difficult to blitz Rocco Marconi, and just like that, the Minneapolis Maulers are in Orlando territory. Under center with 3 receivers. Marconi will drop the pass again, and Marconi swings it outside, and a tackle in the open field made by A.J. Lacoste. No gain on the play. Chambers on the tackle brings up 2nd and 10. So the Minneapolis Maulers in the throwback baby blue helmets with the baby blue jerseys, or bright blue jerseys, white pants, white numbers, and bright red and bright blue trim. Orlando in the road, white helmets, gold jerseys, black pants, white numbers, and blue trim. Marconi back to throw on a 2nd down and 10, going deep to the left-hand side, got a wide open man. James Cooley down to the 5, 1st and goal for the Maulers. James Cooley is so tough to deal with on the outside. He is just so fast. He leads the league in receiving, 46 receptions, 693 yards, 7 touchdowns. And 1st and goal from the 5, trips to the left-hand side. And 4 down linemen for Orlando. Marconi will swing it out to Chambers. Chambers, nothing doing. 2nd time they've looked the way of Chambers on the opening drive. Brings up 2nd down and goal from the 5. Mauler offense, quarterback number 5, Rocco Marconi. The wide receivers are number 19, James Cooley. Number 11, Ianojo Abarazabo. Number 84, Donald Miller. And the tight end is number 42, Marcus Campbell. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Marconi to throw. Deep drop back. Marconi with pressure. Steps up in the pocket, now scrambling around and shovels it ahead to Chambers, who makes 2 people miss and gets to the 3. Boy, there was nobody open as Marconi, with some great pocket presence to avoid the pressure and get a couple of yards off the play. Chambers nearly scored. 3rd down. 3rd down and 3. 2 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield, and the box is stacked with 9 in the box. One-on-one coverage. Will Marconi throw a little slant pass? They like that play down here on the goal line. Marconi going down the middle, and it's knocked away. Incomplete pass for Marconi on a 3rd down and goal, and Minneapolis will have to settle for a field goal. Stephen Lambert got in the way of that pass, and that is very unusual for Minneapolis, despite not having any sort of run game. The Maulers are number 2 in the league in red zone touchdown efficiency. It's 73%, not on that drive. Chip shot field goal from 19 yards is good with 9:14 to go in the 1st quarter. That's a victory for Orlando. It's Intimidators nothing and Maulers 3. So just how cold is it here in Minneapolis? Well, when T-Pat brought the team to Wolf Ram and Hart Stadium, he wanted it to be cold. He's got cold. -3 tonight at kickoff. Feels like negative in the teens. It is clear and it is cold. From the 7, Orlando on the return. And Orlando gets up to the 25-yard line. first down and 10 on Orlando's first possession. They went 3 and out, -4 yards rushing for Zach Parker. In the last 2 weeks, Zach Parker has accounted for 326 yards on 33 carries and 175 yards on 15 carries. He has been on an absolute tear. So far, so good for the Mauler defense. 8 in the box, and Matsumoto will attack through the air. That pass caught over the middle, a 7-yard pickup for the generic tight end, Matsumoto, with his first completion. Matsumoto really struggled last week. No touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and a brutal loss to San Francisco. Actually, they didn't get beat that badly, only by 6 points, but the score did not tell the story. Second down and 3, mascot night here at Wolfram and Hart. Lots of exciting promotions going on this evening as Zach Parker takes the handoff around the right-hand side. Parker's got a lot of space, 35-40, picked up a pancake block, and Parker gets a first down, a 12-yard gain out to the 44-yard line. So the first move of the sticks for Orlando comes on a Parker 12-yard run around the right-hand side, and it's first down, Intimidators. It's great to see the heritage of this league being honored tonight. A classy move by Paternity and this organization, which has really turned around, expected wholeheartedly to claim a playoff spot for the first time in franchise history. As Matsumoto against the blitz is hit and goes down. Did not get it out of his hand. Jeb Gatlin with the first sack of the game for the Maulers, and I'm pretty sure that might be his first sack of the season, and it brings up second down and 13. Jeb Gatlin trying to look up. That is his first sack of the year. So second down and 13 from the 41. 2 receivers, 1 to either side, with Parker to the left of Matsumoto. And Matsumoto goes down the middle again. That pass complete, a 4-yard modest gain. That time that was Schaefer. A couple non-stars making some catches early, but again, it's a 3rd and long for Orlando. Matsumoto back to throw on a 3rd down and 9, and deep down the field, Matsumoto found a receiver to the Minnesota 20. That was Thomas Gunner. You hardly ever see deep balls thrown on this Mauler secondary, and Matsumoto unloaded after a lot of time and found Gunner on the money. Tackle made by Gatlin, but not before an Orlando first down to the Mauler 20. First and 10, 2 receivers, 1 to either side, Matsumoto in the gun. And Matsumoto will throw again against the blitz. Matsumoto got to get it out of his hands. One-on-one coverage, the pass is incomplete. Another well-defended football by Marcus Dorsett. It brings up second down. So Dorsett with 2 passes defended. Can somebody copy and paste the rules for Barkley to see if he can make his selection, get into the contest? Appreciate it. Second and 10, 3 backs in the backfield. They swing it out to Zach Parker. He's got a lot of room. 15 down to the 11-yard line and shoved out of bounds after a 9-yard pickup. Brings up 3rd down and 1 for Orlando, who has hung with Minneapolis thus far. The Intimidators are 4th in the league, converting 50% of red zone trips into touchdowns. Minneapolis is the same, 4th in the league, and they give up 50% of touchdowns in the red zone. 3 backs in the backfield on a 3rd down and 1. Allen at the top of the screen with a lot of cushion. And they're going to try to hand it off to Parker, and Parker didn't get it. Shut down at the line of scrimmage It's 4th and short for Orlando. And you gotta think touchdowns are the only thing that are gonna beat the Maulers, and that's what Orlando's thinking because they keep their offense on the field. A 4th down and 1 from the 11 with 3 backs in the backfield. Down to 16 on the play clock. Minneapolis jumped offside, and Matsumoto paid for it. But the Maulers jumping gives Orlando a 1st and goal.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 92, defense. 5-yard penalty.
Costly mistake there for the Maulers, and the crowd doesn't appreciate it. 1st and goal, Orlando trailing by a field goal. Down to 5:21 in the quarter, 1st and goal at the 6. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Allen in the slot. Matsumoto's going to change the play. Maulers looking for a bend but don't break defense here as Matsumoto will drop to throw, and Matsumoto will fire. Pass caught. Touchdown, Orlando. Lorenzo Allen with the touchdown, and I bet you didn't expect Orlando to have the first touchdown in this game. (6-3) Intimidators. And while they're kicking the extra point, I need to upload the touchdown graphics for these teams, so bear with me. It's difficult to get everything done in between doubleheaders, but we make it work. The extra point for Orlando is good. So 5:04 to go in the first quarter. Orlando off the Matsumoto touchdown. He had 0 touchdowns and 5 interceptions last week, and he gets the first touchdown of the night to Lorenzo Allen on Orlando's second possession as the Minneapolis Maulers return to the 24. .501 to go. Maulers have yet to hit their stride, but they can score in an instant. They start this drive with an empty backfield. 1st and 10 to the 24. Marconi takes a high snap, and Marconi's got time nearly through a pick. A.J. Lacoste defending, and Rocco Marconi checking down a little bit more often than we're used to seeing out of him. Brings up 2nd down, and another incompletion for Marconi. He hasn't had many of them this year. He completes 78% of his passes, 156 out of 201. 4 wide receivers with the running back to the left of Marconi here on 2nd down. Ball in between the hashes. Marconi from the gun, back to throw. Marconi looking left. That pass is tipped and incomplete. Rodney Woods defending James Cooley, and we have yet to see, with 4:51 to go in the first quarter, Ayanojo Abarantsebo make a catch. He leads the league in receptions with 52. The Orlando defense, which up to this point has played a pretty good game. The corners are number 26, Rodney Woods. You're looking at him. Number 47, A.J. Lacoste. The linebacker is number 92, Stephen Lambert. And defensive end is Jasper Lennox, number 90. Marconi back to throw on a 3rd down and 10. That pass is knocked away, and a 3 and out. 3 straight incompletions for Marconi. You almost never see that. And it's 4th down and 10. And the Maulers have to punt. So Orlando, through 2 possessions, does their job. And it's up to the Mauler defense to get a stop. Thanks for the comments on the ticker. We do plan to add our website to that open space in between the timer and 2K Sports.
Let's go, y'all.
We wanted to get a more league look in regards to our beautiful teal colors, as long as trim the fat just a little bit, so to speak, on our graphic packages. We will continue to tweak. Let us know if you see anything out of ordinary, as Orlando will begin their next possession from the 37, third possession of the night. 4:40 to go in the first quarter. We appreciate you being here with us tonight through this doubleheader. X Factor 56, T Paternity, Servo Sentinels, TJ CAG SFL, Bandits, APF 2K8, and so many more will join us throughout the evening. Matsumoto will throw on a first down and 10, going deep again, and Matsumoto's pass is incomplete. Matsumoto is attacking this Mahler secondary, had one-on-one coverage with Lorenzo Allen, but a fine job by Marcus Dorsett once again. That's 3 passes defended in the opening quarter for Dorsett, and it's second down. Matsumoto thus far, 113.2 rating, 60 yards and a touchdown. They haven't completely gone away from Zach Parker, but they have been throwing a little bit more than expected. They go split backs here, and Matsumoto is changing the play. Ono back to pass, and down the middle, the pass is tipped and intercepted, and the Maulers return up to the Orlando 37-yard line. Koma Kaleka with the pick, and that's the first mistake of the night for Orlando. Kaleka had no business making a play on the ball, but the receiver, who I believe that was Zach Parker, dropped it. And Minneapolis can now take advantage. Big turnover there for the Intimidators. Two backs and two receivers. Marconi out of the shotgun. As Marconi drops to throw, that pass is caught to the sideline. That is a 6-yard gain for James Cooley, and it brings up 2nd and 4. Minneapolis also unveiled their new mascot, J-Tat. Second down and 4 at the Intimidator 32-yard line. The Maulers knocking on the door following Matsumoto's first interception of the night, which really wasn't his fault. Trips to the left-hand side, and Marconi drops to throw. Marconi looking, fires, caught. Albarazabo, but short of the sticks. Tackle made by A.J. Lacoste. Lacoste and Woods are going to be very busy tonight. First grab for Albarazabo comes 9 minutes into this game. 3rd and 1. A 45-yard field goal from here. High formation, and Marconi will drop the throw down the middle. A forceful slant to James Cooley for the first down. Maulers. Marconi really had to sling that one in there. Look at the zip on that throw. In between Lacoste, Woods, and company. First and goal from the 10. 3 receivers all to the top of the screen. As Marconi will drop to throw, and Marconi's pass is caught for a touchdown! That is Donald Miller! Donald Miller gets around the defense, and it took Minneapolis a little longer than usual, but the Maulers regain the lead and get their first touchdown of the night. Down to 3 on the play clock. The extra point for Minneapolis. Low snap. The kick is good. Maulers take advantage of the turnover. They do that better than anybody in the league. You want a good stat The Maulers, 35 points off turnovers. That's best in the league. Second best is Orlando, 28 points off turnovers. So turnovers will be crucial tonight from the 7. Orlando on the return up to the 27-yard line. Earlier, if you missed it, the New York Knights score the final 14 points against the Renegades and beats OKC 27-20 to snap a 4-game home losing streak and a 3-game regular season losing streak. As Matsumoto will throw on first down, he's in trouble, gets it out to Parker, and Parker picks up about 4 yards. Gatlin makes his 3rd tackle of the night. It was the 2nd straight game that Oklahoma City was outscored 14-0 after having a 7-point lead and lost by a touchdown. 2nd and 6 from the 31. Empty backfield now for Orlando. 4 wide receiver set. And Matsumoto will drop the throw. He's in trouble and he gets sacked. A loss of 5 on the play, and the pressure for Minneapolis is getting to Orlando. Stephen Brady with that stop, and another 3rd down and long for Orlando upcoming. Third and long, tough situation for Orlando. 4 receivers, 3 to the top of the screen. Matsumoto back to throw. Going to throw it quick to the right-hand side, and a diving effort made is incomplete. Pass intended for Thomas Gunner, and another 3 and out the second time in this first quarter that Orlando has gone 3 and out, and great coverage down the field by the non-star corner. Minneapolis' defense gets off the field. Minneapolis usually gets it going in the second quarter, so a 3-point lead at the end of the first is pretty good.
I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
Orlando punts it away for the second time. Kaleka back at his own 37, returns up to the 42. 5-yard return on the punt, and great field position for the Maulers. The undefeated Maulers took care of Cleveland 63-51. Blew out OKC 62-31. And ran it up again a couple of weeks ago. First and 10 of the 42. Marconi out to Chambers. 3rd catch for Chambers. That's not necessarily the most effective play in the book. You see the quarterback numbers tonight. Marconi has 97 yards. 2-yard gain on that one. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 45-yard line.
Down. Sit. Switch.
2nd and 8 from the 45. That pass to the outside, caught, staying in bounds, was Donald Miller. He picked up about a yard or 2 after the fact, and it's 3rd down and 1. Third and 1 from the 48. 3 receivers. 2 backs in the backfield. Orlando looking for a stop in the 4-2-5 set. Marconi back to throw. Marconi's pass over the middle. Caught for a first down to the Orlando 44-yard line. Waller's ever so tough to get off the field. 55% on 3rd down. That's 2nd best in the league. But only 31 third downs is first in the league. Orlando actually has only been faced with 36 third downs. That's second best in the league. These two teams, very good in a lot of categories, despite the Intimidators' 1-2 record. First and 10 from the 44. Marconi, three-step drop, has all kinds of time. The pass is tipped, and lucky that the Intimidators couldn't catch up to it. Moreau got in the passing lane, and it brings up second down. How old are you today, Alan?
Second and 10.
Second down and 10 at the 44. Marconi with an empty backfield, back to pass. He's in trouble, and as he threw, and then he hit a lineman, which is going to draw a penalty flag. And we'll see if Orlando declines the penalty to bring up third down. I would imagine that they would.
Ineligible receiver, number 61. 12-yard penalty.
No, we're going to have an accepted penalty. I think that actually gives the Maulers a break, because it would have been third and 10. Instead, they have two plays to get 7.5 yards per play instead of one play to get 10. Oh, birthday's Tuesday, 27. Marconi deep, got a man, Abaratsabo in double coverage. Makes the play his third catch of the quarter. That converts a first down, and that ends the first quarter of play from Wolf Ram and Hart Stadium. Your score, Orlando 7, Minneapolis 10. We'll be back to Minnesota after these messages.
It was the night before, as the people of this little Belgian town waited for the crowning moment. Nature had other plans. But with the help of the masters of the Artois Brewery, a new star was born. Stella Artois, originally brewed as a beautiful holiday gift for the people of Leuven, Belgium.
For those who demand more, Optimum Nutrition's new Pro Series of superior quality sports nutrition products offers goal-driven individuals exactly what they're after. More quality proteins, more essential amino acids, more proven nutrients to support impressive muscle size and strength gains with less sugar, fat, and everything else you make a point of avoiding. Pro Gainer is a high-protein formula delivering calories that count during recovery. Each shake provides 60 grams of supplemental protein, 85 grams of carbs, as well as 24 vitamins and minerals to build on the amount you're getting through Whole Foods. Pro BCAA serves up 8 grams of the branched-chain amino acids leucine, isoleucine, and valine in a 2:1:1 ratio. We also included 5 grams of glutamine in the mix because this conditionally essential amino acid helps support recovery after intense exercise. Pro Complex supports muscle size and strength gains in a very big way. This stack of 60 grams of superior quality proteins, along with naturally occurring and added BCAAs and glutamine, holds absolutely nothing back, just like your approach to moving weight. Optimum Nutrition's Pro Series brings it all to your shaker cup in potencies you can depend on to fuel recovery from intense training, no matter how big you are or want to be. Train hard, recover better with the Optimum Nutrition Pro Series.
Landed Rockstar Parking, got fueled up, raided the rack, wrestled some hangers, perfected a pie, had a crush on a bag. Tried on jeans, gained 5 pounds, got baby fever, got touched up, got prim and proper. Passed on the right, met a girl's best friend, learned something, made something, tried something. Shoes, scarves, shades, more shoes, screamed some more, caught a chick flick, met some guys, ditched some guys, laughed it off, found a great booth, and recapped the best day ever.
Mall of America.
Always new.
Minneapolis Mauler football on 97.9 K-Mall is brought to you by Costco. By Black Sheep Coal Fried Pizza, the official watch party location of your Minneapolis Maulers. By Nike, Just Do It. And by Delta Airlines. The Maulers fly with Delta. Pass is caught. A 4-yard gain for Abarazzo. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Maulers knocking on the door. They are in scoring position, up by a field goal. 3 wide receivers for Marconi. Marconi back to throw. Down the middle again. Hit hard. Abarazzo starting to get his catch numbers up. A 3-yard gain brings up another 3rd down. Can the Intimidators get the Maulers off the field? Three receivers, high formation. Marconi back to throw. Marconi in trouble. He goes down the middle. Wobbly pass. Caught anyway. Inside the 5. Down to the 3. And James Cooley celebrates with the crowd. 1st and goal. That wasn't the prettiest pass from Rocco Marconi. But a nice little stutter move inside. And Cooley just shoots right past the defense. Maulers 3 yards away from their largest lead of the night. 3 receivers. That's Miller, Cooley, and Abarazzo. Abarazzo closest to the line of scrimmage. Defensive line shifts. Marconi back to throw. Marconi in trouble, and he is sacked. Back at the 9-yard line, a loss of 7. Orlando gets some pressure on Marconi. Nobody gets pressure on Marconi as Kevin Walker, no relation to the old Intimidator quarterback Kevin Walker, who's now in Honolulu, makes the play. Marconi this year has been sacked just 3 times. That is best in the league, along with Wright and Walker. 2nd and goal from the 9 against the blitz. Marconi's pass is a touchdown to James Cooley, and the Maulers go up by 9. Blitz just too late getting there. Too many people for Orlando. And the Mauler offense just too good. Extra point for Minneapolis is good. 11 minutes even on the clock. And the Maulers have scored 14 straight points. They've opened up a little bit, 17-7. Orlando 2 3-and-outs and a touchdown drive to their name, along with an interception. Brady DeMoss is a great analogy in regards to Cooley and Marconi. 8th touchdown pass or reception of the season for Cooley from the 9-yard line. Orlando out to the 29. So the Intimidators have done well enough to stay in this game, but it's starting to get a little bit out of hand. They need a good drive here, and Minneapolis, whose defense gives up 36.3 points per game, 536 yards per game, looking to answer. Three backs in the backfield for Matsumoto. Have not seen much out of Zach Parker tonight, and they will throw it. Matsumoto sidearm throw, and he could not get it over the tall trees at linebacker for Minneapolis. It's 2nd and 10, and man, teams just don't run against the Maulers, and it's pretty shocking. Orlando, number 1 in the league in rushing yards coming into tonight, 198.7 yards per game. And Matsumoto just does not seem to think that they have an advantage in that category. Three backs in the backfield and 8 in the box. Matsumoto will try to exploit him again. Outside is Zach Parker. Parker's got nearly a first down, shoved out of bounds at the 37-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 2, and Orlando cannot afford yet another 3rd and out. It would be their 3rd of the first half. Big play coming up right here. So look at Marcus Dorsett. 3 passes defended on Lorenzo Allen already. 3rd down and 2 from the shotgun. Still 8 in the box. Minneapolis crowds the box almost every play. Hand off to Parker, and he didn't get it. Only a 1-yard gain. Another 3 and out for the Orlando Intimidators. 3 in 5 possessions, and they'll have to punt it away. And Minneapolis now is asserting their dominance. Low snap, Orlando gets it away. Kaleka back on the return from the 24, and a good return at that, all the way up to the 36-yard line. Koma Kaleka, already an interception, and that was his best punt return of the night. Sets up the Maulers in good shape. CasualAdultGamers.com is an official partner of the Simulation Football League. Check out our interviews with CAG members on CAG NFL Fridays on our official website at simulationfl.com. Lots of other great things at simulationfl.com too, and casualadultgamers.com. Check them out. 1st and 10 from the 36. Marconi's pass is caught to the outside. Beautiful block on the outside to Spring Miller, who's got 4 receptions for 53 yards and a touchdown here in the opening half. And who made that block? I believe it was Cooley on the outside. It was. And he actually was able to clog up 2 defenders who were going out to defend Miller. What a play from Cooley.
Let's go.
First down and 10 to the 45. James Cooley making some great plays for the Maulers tonight. 3 wide receivers all to the bottom of the screen. Marconi back to throw. Swings it out to Chambers. Has a lot of space this time, and Chambers picks up a nice 7-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 3. We did not get to the first quarter stats. I apologize, but there they are. Only 9 rushing yards for Orlando in quarter number 1, and it hasn't gotten much better as the Maulers have opened things up. 2nd and 3. 3 receivers to the right-hand side. Marconi's pass caught all alone. Yak yards. Miller breaking a tackle and gets pushed out of bounds at the Intimidator 23. Donald Miller having himself a game. Another Mauler first down. Orlando's blitz is just coming too late. As you look at more stats from the first quarter, turnover hurt the Intimidators. Just 1 of 4 on 3rd down in that first quarter, only 2 first downs. And they have not secured a first down here in the second. First down and 10 to the 23. As Marconi drops to throw, he'll swing it outside. Pass caught. Cooley got another first down to the 12. A touchdown here would be huge. Orlando trying to hold him out of the end zone. They haven't been able to do it the last 2 possessions. 3 receivers, and Marconi drops to throw. Marconi looking, pass, fires to the end zone, touchdown! Abarazzabo's first of the night! And Minneapolis is taking over. Marconi to Abarazzabo going up in the air to get the football. And Orlando has got to find some way to respond offensively. Their defense has let them down here in the second quarter, and we talked about it. The second quarter is when the Maulers turn it on. A brilliant second quarter team, a brilliant offensive team. They average 58.7 points per game. That extra point is good, and it's 24-7. Orlando was up 7-3, and the Maulers with authority going beast mode. Marconi struggled a little bit early, wasn't on point. He is on point now from the 8-yard line. Orlando on the return, and they're going nowhere, only up to the 25. First and 10 from the 25. Now Matsumoto in the shotgun with 4 receivers. Back to throw. Matsumoto's short pass out to Gunner. A 4-yard gain. Gunner now 40 yards on 2 catches. 2 straight 3-and-outs for Orlando. They have 3 overall in the half on 5 possessions. Zach Parker has been completely excluded from this game. Team averaging 198.7 rushing yards per game coming in, and they haven't done much of it here in the first half. 2nd and 6 from the 29. 8 in the box again for the Maulers. They'll hand it off anyway. Right-hand side, Zach Parker's got to move. Makes a man miss, makes another man miss. Now it's a race, and past the 40 to the 30. Zach Parker in a foot race. He is not going to be caught, and Orlando gets within 2 scores. Touchdown, Zach Parker, as Orlando keeps this interesting. Zach Parker's so dangerous once he breaks outside, and even after Kaleka and Gatlin missed the tackle, it looked like they were going to be able to contain Parker instead. Parker breaks free, and it's 24-13.
Number 86 is back for the point after. Milton will hold the kick.
So Zach Parker finally springs to life and gets Orlando back within 10. Now it's up to the Mauler offense to do it again. Mauler's perfect tonight. They have not turned the ball over. They have scored 3 touchdowns on their last 3 possessions. Last week, if you missed it, Cleveland got their first win of the year, 34-27 over Oklahoma City. The Honolulu Legends, despite turning the ball over 5 times, beat the New York Knights 28-25. And then the San Francisco Bulldogs beat the Orlando Intimidators 25-19. Earlier today, the first game of Week 5, The New York Knights got their first win of the season with a 27-20 win over Oklahoma City. First and 10 from the 23, and Marconi drops to throw. A sidearm pass down the field, nearly taken away. James Cooley was the intended receiver, now 8 targets, 6 receptions, and it brings up second down. Stephen Lambert was the one to get his hands on the pass intended for Cooley, and then I believe it might have been Woods who came over late and might have had a chance at it. The Oscars are on tonight? Oh, man. What a snooze fest. Second and 10 from the 23. 4 receivers, 3 to the top of the screen, ball on the right hash. 4 down linemen for Orlando. That's how many they bring. And Marconi drops to throw. Has Cooley a bit off target, but Cooley makes the catch and gets big yak yards to the Orlando 48 for the first down. Cooley is playing like a man possessed tonight. He has had a really good football game. 7 catches already. Not unheard of on this team. First and 10 to the 48. Maulers cross midfield again. 3 receivers. Marconi to throw. Goes over the middle this time and hits Marcus Campbell to the 34. First grab of the day, I believe, by Campbell. Another Mauler first down. Marconi is really sharp now. Orlando 1 sack in the game so far, but it's just so difficult to get pressure on Rocco. Marconi, 1,919 yards coming into the night. Crosses over 2,000 in that first quarter. Marconi change of the play, back to throw over the middle, pass caught, a 6-yard gain up to the Orlando 28. Marconi's up to 269 passing yards. Clock ticking down to 6 minutes to go in the first half. The Maulers trying to make it 4 straight possessions with a touchdown. Trips to the top of the screen. Marconi back to throw. A 3-step drop pass caught. First down. Matsumoto to the 21. Marconi spreading the ball around on this drive. Cooley top of the screen. Miller bottom of the screen. Albarazzo in the slot with 2 backs. First and 10 from the Orlando 21. Marconi back to throw. Marconi fires. Caught. Albarazzo. Tackle to the 16 by Lacoste. Brings up second down and 5. Closest margin of victory for Minneapolis this year is 12. And they were killing Cleveland in that game before Cleveland made things interesting. Orlando has probably played Minneapolis the best of any team that we've seen so far through a half, although it's not over. Things can get ugly quick. That pass is picked! That pass is picked off! It was hit at the line of scrimmage. Marconi made the tackle, but Stephen Lambert, look at the... Wow, he caught his own pass! I thought it was tipped by a defensive lineman, but Lambert caught his own tip. And the Gold Star linebacker comes up with a monster play. And Orlando has a first down. Parker 5 carries, 79 yards in the first half. But what a play from Stephen Lambert. That was one of the best interceptions I've seen in a while. A first down handoff to Parker, and Parker breaks some tackles and picks up 5. Man, I thought for sure it was tipped by a defensive lineman, but Lambert, wow, that's just a great player making a great play. Lambert, the all-time leader in tackles with 227. Well ahead of anyone coming into this week, and Marconi's hit as he threw it, hit a lineman that's going to draw a flag.
Ineligible receiver, number 76.
keeps away the second and medium range play. Now 2nd and 10 for Orlando. And the only downside to Orlando's game plan tonight is that the 3 and outs have hurt their time of possession cause. They have not been able to get out of 2nd and 3rd and long situations all night, and they're in another one here. From their 16, Matsumoto out of the shotgun with 2 receivers. Lorenzo Allen is still struggling. He has just had a very quiet season this year. Hasn't been very active tonight either. Matsumoto back to throw. He'll check it down to Parker. Parker's got a lot of room. Zach Parker picks up a block and gets to the 40. Who was on Zach Parker, who now has 4 catches for 43 yards? I can't believe he had that much room down the right-hand side, and a great block on the outside by, couldn't tell, Lorenzo Allen. No, check that. I believe that was Isaac Perez who came over to make the play. Either way, 1st and 10 to the Orlando 40. Parker's 4th grab of the day, and Orlando's on the move. 4 wide receiver set. Matsumoto, changing the play at the line. Back to throw down the middle. Boy, dangerous throw, and he nearly got bailed out with a catch. I mean, he threw it right to, I believe that might have been Austin Broadway on the inside, the run stopper. Threw it right to him, and he couldn't make the play. 2nd and 10 from the 40. Out of the shotgun, Matsumoto. He will hand it off to Parker up the middle. Parker makes a spin move. There goes Zach Parker! Past the 40! He is not going to be caught! Zach Parker has taken over the 2nd quarter! Another Orlando touchdown! This kid is having a phenomenal season. I mean, this guy has never been a 1,000-yard rusher, and Orlando has cut it to 4. Just one move and he was gone. There are a lot of stunned fans here at Wolfram and Hart. The Maulers are up 24-7. And they looked like once again they were going to go in cruise control. And the 2 gold stars for Orlando, Zach Parker and Stephen Lambert, come up with some huge plays. And the extra point from Franklin Reese is good. 21-24. Orlando has scored 14 straight points. So the Maulers facing a little bit of adversity for the first time this season. Parker's over 100 yards. He's increased his production into the hundreds, into the 200s the last couple of weeks from the goal line. Kaleka on the return, countering Franklin Reese's kickoff. There goes Kaleka, makes a man miss. Are you kidding me? Koma Kaleka needed the spark, and they got the spark. Touchdown, Minneapolis! You just can't keep them down. 100-yard kickoff return. And that's what having a return specialist is all about. Making 2 people miss on the outside. Franklin Reese looking ridiculous. And that's how you counter 2 straight touchdowns. Wow. A 100-yard kickoff return for Koma Kaleka, his first kickoff return of his career. The extra point is good, and the Maulers just like that are back up by 10. And their offense didn't even need to hit the field. Another shootout here at Wolfram and Hart. Great teams make great plays. That was a killer for Orlando after they had scored back-to-back touchdowns. And they're still down by 10 despite how well they have hung with Minneapolis here tonight. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe coming up with your first half highlight stats and analysis from the SFL studios in San Antonio, Texas on the 2K Sports Halftime Report. We really do appreciate you guys sticking with us. This is a late broadcast. We'd usually be wrapping things up right about now, but this is a fun one. Fun one to stick around for. 2 backs, 2 receivers, and Matsumoto goes deep and finds Gunner at midfield. Gunner now 3 catches on 5 targets and another first down for Orlando. And that's the second time Matsumoto has found Gunner deep. And Matsumoto has played a much better game here tonight. The only interception he threw was not his fault, a drop pass by Zach Parker.
First and 10.
First and 10 from midfield. Matsumoto back to throw, pass caught. That is Allen. A rare sighting for their best receiver tonight. An 8-yard gain brings up second down and 2. And if Orlando, the strategy for the Intimidators would have to be to not give Minneapolis the ball back before the half. If they can go down just 3 at the half, that would be a huge win for the Intimidators considering. Offside, free play, Zach Parker first down.
Neutral zone infraction. Number 92. Defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So they'll accept the penalty, move it up to the 36, take the yards away from Parker. He doesn't need any more than he's already gotten. Orlando, which has never really been able to find their rushing attack, has found it this season. It's keeping them in this game. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification along the Mahler Radio Network. Turn it on and you're in beast mode. This is Mahler Radio. Mahler Football. 97.9 KMAL. K-Ball. First down and 10 at the Mahler 36 following the offside penalty. 3 backs in the backfield. Matsumoto swings it out. That is Parker on the right-hand side. Breaks a tackle, still on his feet. Gains 7 to the 30. Matsumoto now 136 yards passing. 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Second and 3.
Second and 3.
Out of the shotgun, Matsumoto, Gunner, top of the screen, Allen, bottom of the screen. Intimidators down 10, delayed handoff to Parker, that doesn't go anywhere, a loss of 2, and finally, Minneapolis able to corral Zach Parker in the backfield. Jeb Gatlin on the tackle. Brings up a third down and 5 from the Mahler 32. That is within the range of Franklin Reese, which any points here would be a victory for Orlando. And the hand, nope, they play action, and Matsumoto's in trouble, but he's going to go down the field, and he found a receiver, Allen, at the 4-yard line. I thought the Maulers were going to get a sack and knock Orlando outside of field goal range. Instead, it's a first and goal at the 4. Allen diving to make the play. 3 backs in the backfield. Matsumoto swings it outside, turning the corner, will not get there. Shoved out of bounds at the 3. Second and goal. King Havo, welcome to the broadcast, man. I hope you can stick around. I know it's late if you're on the East Coast, but we got one heck of a game going on right now. Second and goal from the 3. I formation with 2 receivers. Orlando hanging around here in Minneapolis. Back to throw. Matsumoto to the corner of the end zone. Oh, man, an interception opportunity for Bowman. Couldn't make the play, 3rd and goal, and I can't believe we've seen 2 straight passes down here on the goal line, especially with not wanting to give Minneapolis the football back. If I were the Maulers, I'd expect a run here. Shotgun, 2 receivers set with Parker in the backfield. Matsumoto will throw a float to the back of the end zone. It's a touchdown! Thomas Gunner! And the Intimidators have once again climbed back within a 1-score game. Unbelievable. Matsumoto just found Gunner standing all alone. Got the toes in, 31-27. You know, I'm a homer, but I didn't expect this in the least. This Orlando team, I mean, think of the adversity. You give up 21 straight points, you fall down 24-7. And the fact this team did not give up on Zach Parker, they did not give up offensively, is pretty incredible. And it's even more incredible to think about it was 24-7. Minneapolis' only touchdown since that point was a kickoff return by Kaleka. Orlando has 3 straight offensive touchdowns. From the 1. Minneapolis on the return. Kaleka will not make it 2 in a row. Bad news for Orlando, though, as Minneapolis has all 3 timeouts and 46 seconds. What can Marconi do? This would be huge to go up by 10 and then get the ball back to start the second half. 3 receivers, Marconi back to throw. Marconi going to go deep down the field. Oh, boy! Nearly threw it away. Cooley, the intended receiver. And the Intimidators right there. That was Steven Lambert again, dropping into coverage. 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 27. Marconi to throw. Marconi, boy, how did he catch that one? Timeout Maulers, pass caught by Abarazzo for the 1st down, up to the 37-yard line. That was a dangerous football from Marconi. Now 2 timeouts, 36 seconds left in the first half. 4 wide receivers in an empty backfield. Got no deep safety here with 10 near the line. Marconi going to try to exploit it, and great coverage by the non-star corner on the right-hand side. Pass incomplete, 32 seconds left. What a game, huh, guys?
2nd and 10.
King Havo again, our newest partner, our newest YouTube partner, which you see scrolling at the bottom of your screen. He is responsible for keeping All-Pro exciting and interesting for CAG members, for NFL fans everywhere. That pass is caught, only a 5-yard gain. No huddle, 3rd down and 5. For Minneapolis, the clock is ticking down to 20 seconds to go. Orlando just gets onside, and Marconi drops to pass. Marconi looking around, swings it out to Chambers, and is short of the sticks. It'll bring up 4th down and 3. Nobody's going to call any timeouts, and that is going to be the end of the first half of play. Orlando down just 3 here at Wolfram and Hart Stadium, 31-28. The Maulers up by 3. They will get the ball to start the second half. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe take it away. This is Mauler Radio.
Secondary.
Well, he's making them think twice before going his direction.
And that'll do it for the first half of this one. The Maulers with a small lead, 31-28.
Okay, Dan, let's get this halftime show started. What do you have for us?
Now we'll look at our first half by the numbers, and I'll tell you, first downs have really been the story here. The Maulers should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponents hang in there with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Number 5 connected with his man on this one. That set up a no-brainer 20-yard field goal. The Maulers get the first points of the game and go up by 3. The Intimidators, midway through the first, number 3 went to the air trying to convert on third down, and he found his man. A 35-yard play that set up a visitor's touchdown. Midway through the first, the Intimidators out in front by 4. Number 23 shows some great awareness here as he gets himself into position to pick this one off. The Maulers have it off an interception. Number 5 would drop back and put one right on the money. A 9-yard touchdown for the home team. The Maulers out in front 10-7. Number 5 would put this pass right where it needed to be. A 9-yard touchdown for the home team. The Maulers move ahead by 10. Midway through the second, the ball at the 13-yard line. Number 5 connected with his man on this one. A 12-yard touchdown for the home team. Still midway through the second, the Intimidators losing by 17. Number 35 bounces this one to the outside, and he's got some room to maneuver out there. They climb back into the game, now down by 10. The Maulers on defense, number 92 was in the right place at the right time as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. The Maulers ahead 24-14. Number 35 got the carry here, and once he found the lane, he was off. A 60-yard touchdown for the visitors. The Intimidators climb back into the game, now down by 3. Still late in the second quarter, the Maulers on the kickoff. Number 23 would settle under a kickoff, find himself an opening, and then it was off to the races. Touchdown for the home team. After a tough goal line stand, the Intimidators trailing by 10. Number 3 went to work on third down, and he was able to find his man. And that will do it. The Maulers are locked in a defensive struggle, 31-28.
Nice job, Dan.
The Maulers will receive to start the second half, and they currently enjoy a small lead, 31-28. Let's go down to the field.
This game might remind you of the insanity of the old Walsh Bowls. Minneapolis 31, Orlando 28. The second half right around the corner here on Mauler Radio, 97.9 KMO.
The polar vortex, Snowmageddon, Snowtastrophe. We're running out of names. Tonight, we ask the question, is winter out to get us? Then we probably answer it. The effects of the cold are well documented.
Just look back at history. Ancient man went extinct during the Ice Age.
First, the brain stops functioning properly. Next, the extremities lose all feeling and start to spasm. Your limbs may freeze and fall off.
These were gathered in the field. Be careful handling them. You might catch it.
It is a problem with no solution. Do these people look happy?
This is ridiculous.
Up. A short word that's a tall order. Stand up. Get up. Step up. Up demands that you rise to the challenge. Up your game. Up the ante. And if you stumble, you get back up. Then raise yourself higher than before. It's not easy, and not everyone is up to it. That is, up to up. But we are. Because we're in the business of up. Every day, Delta flies 250,000 people to 330 destinations worldwide, while investing billions of dollars, improving everything from booking to baggage claim. We're raising the bar on flying. You could say we're upping up. And tomorrow, we will up it yet again.
Will receive the second half kickoff. Kaleka, who had a kickoff return in the first half, returns it up to the 24. Minneapolis actually outgained on offense in the first half, 309 to 306. 3 receivers and a back in the backfield. Marconi will start the half with a pass. No shocker, that pass off the hands of the intended receiver and incomplete. Looking for a non-star, rare to see that. Out of the smaller offense, and it's 2nd and 10. Second down and 10 of the 24. 4 receivers. Trips to the left. 4-2-5 defensive setup for the Intimidators. And Marconi drops to throw, swings it outside, and Chambers, he will pick up 2. That'll set up a 3rd down and 8. Minneapolis certainly did not play a bad half. They did not have a turnover. They had over 300 yards passing. That is nothing unusual for them, but something Orlando has been able to do that other teams have not been able to do is run the ball effectively. That has kept Orlando in the game. Marconi on a 3rd and 8. Passing complete, intended for Donald Miller. And the Maulers start the second half 3 and out, and they'll punt the football. Oh, you did? Yes. My apologies. Marconi did throw an interception. I guess I just tried to block it out of my memory. That brilliant play from Stephen Lambert. Maulers punt. Rare to see the Maulers punt from the 34. Orlando up to the 37. So the Intimidators defense does their job to start the second half. An interception and a punt on the last 2 Mauler possessions, offensive possessions. First down, 3 backs in the backfield, handoff Zach Parker. Parker, boy, man, he nearly came out of that. On the right ends, averaging 16 yards a carry, a $144 tonight. Tackle was made, only a 2-yard gain, so all in all, not bad. But man, I thought he was down in the backfield, and he nearly squeaked out alive. Again, 3 backs in the backfield, 2nd and 8, and again, 8 in the box for Minneapolis. Defensive line shifts from left to right. Matsumoto will throw down the middle. Pass is caught. First down, but Matsumoto will be kicking himself. If he would have thrown it out to Zach Parker, there was nobody outside to defend Parker. That could have been a touchdown, and I think Minneapolis may have caught a break. First and 10 of the 48. Orlando already with more first downs in the quarter than the Maulers. 3 backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off to Parker. Parker up the middle. Parker a couple of spin moves. There he goes again! Zach Parker past the 20. 10, 5, touchdown. Orlando leads the game. Unbelievable. This Mauler defense is the same defense that shut down Pete Bruschi, that shut down Johnny English. And Zach Parker is running amok. Wow. There is a lot of football left to be played in this one. Get your late night snack ready, if you already haven't. Having some connectivity problems here on our end. Want to make sure that it's all good. We've just got a floating connection here that just keeps going up and down. Again, we do have some strong winds and storms in the area, so I just want to make sure that we're all good to go. The extra point for Orlando is good. Intimidators 35, Minneapolis 31. And it only took 2 minutes. (24-7). Orlando has scored 4 straight offensive touchdowns since the Maulers last had one of their own. From the 2, Kaleka on the return, and Kaleka is flattened at the 22. Minneapolis needs to wake up. A 3 and out to start the second half. This is real. Orlando's up by 4. Marconi out of the shotgun with 2 backs and 2 receivers. Orlando's showing outside blitz. They back off rush 4. Marconi's short throw is caught. A 6-yard gain. James Cooley, 9 catches for $138 and a score. Second down and 4. Rodney Woods primarily responsible for Cooley on the night. Marconi has not taken too many deep shots. He's taken a few with relative success. Marconi to throw. Marconi down the middle. Caught, and they say that Campbell stretched across the first down marker. First down, Minneapolis. Wide receivers, 3 to the left-hand side. Marconi back to throw. Marconi down deep the middle. Oh, it's incomplete. Abarazzo had it, and it popped out of his hands. Deep down the middle, Ian Ojo looked like he had a big play. And who was it that made the defensive play? That was just a non-star. Abarazzo's got to hang on to that one. But the Intimidator defense got a hand in there. Give them credit, 2nd and 10. Again, happy birthday on Tuesday to Alan J.D. He's a terrific guy. Had a chance to speak with him over the phone a couple of weeks ago regarding some things. He is a great contributor to the SFL, so give him your pats on the back if you haven't already done so tonight, as that pass from Marconi is caught by Cooley, a 5-yard gain, his third catch. It's third down. Play the SFL Fantasy Football and Pick'em Challenges at simulationfl.com. Hashtag free money has begun. It might already be too late to get involved with fantasy football, but Pick'em, boy, it doesn't take much to get some points on the board and get yourself right back in the running for a $200 prize at the end of the season as Donald Miller makes the catch for a first down. Simulationfl.com has all the details. Our official website. First and 10 at the 49. Mahler's trying to stretch across midfield. 3-4 look. Marconi down the middle. Got a completion. First down to the Orlando 37. That is Marcus Campbell. And Rocco Marconi is starting to get it going once again. So tough to stop. Campbell just coming straight across the middle. Linebacker doesn't react quick enough, and just like that, it's a 12, 13-yard gain and another first down for the Maulers. Here's a look at Stephen Lambert, who has an interception tonight. That remarkable play he made in the second quarter. First and 10 from the 37 of the Intimidators. Marconi calling out the play. Out of the shotgun, back to throw. Swings it outside. That's Cooley, an open Cooley, but they said that he was out of bounds. 14th target. Brings up a second down and 10. Second down, 10 yards to go. Marconi's pass caught. That's another first down to the Orlando 26-yard line. Minneapolis on the move. This is a good sign after the 3 and out to start the third quarter. Marconi back to throw with trips left. He fires short pass, caught behind the defense. Albarazzo, first down to the Intimidator 14-yard line. He just kind of snuck right past him. And Albarazzo, who for him, it's a bit of a quiet night, makes a great play as Orlando over pursues. First and 10 at the 14, 3 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield. Marconi, 3-step drop, pressure in his face, fires out of the middle. What a beautiful pass! Touchdown to Albarazzo! Oh man, an absolute dart. Look at this throw. Oh, it's such precision. That was special from Rocco Marconi, truly special. Man, what a great play. The extra point is good. It's a good point T-Pat makes in the chat. It is not too late to play fantasy football if you pick the highest scorer from every position. So basically, if you have the perfect fantasy football team for that week, you win $10. Only takes 2 minutes. Why not play? 38-35, the Maulers are back on top as Orlando tries to respond. And they have been responding. (38-35), 73 points scored in this game, and there's so much time left. Minneapolis puts themselves in these shootouts. Certainly makes things interesting. First and 10 of the 27. The handoff goes to Zach Parker, left-hand side, picks up a block. Zach Parker, great open field tackle. That was Kaleka, his 4th tackle of the night, because if he doesn't make that tackle, Zach Parker is looking at pay dirt. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and 6. Three in the backfield again, along with Allen. And 8 in the box. Matsumoto to throw. Matsumoto going deep. One-on-one coverage, and that is dangerous. Marcus Dorsett has done a very good job most of the night on Lorenzo Allen. Blanket coverage. Now it's 3rd down. Third down and 6. Again, Matsumoto missed an open Parker on the outside. Matsumoto out of the shotgun. The draw play is to Zach Parker, and he is dragging defenders 1 yard shy. Parker just couldn't get it done. He certainly made the effort, but Minneapolis forces a huge 3-and-out. The 4th of the night for Orlando, and now a tired Intimidator defense will have to come out and play defense. From the 27 and up to the 30, not a lot of room to return for Kaleka. That's his shortest punt return of the night. .6:33 remaining here in the third. A 38-35 ball game. A crazy one from Minnesota. Marconi's pass deep is knocked away. Rodney Woods defending James Cooley, and they are making Marconi think twice about throwing the long ball tonight. Again, I apologize. We don't have the best feed getting out to you tonight. We do have some strong winds and rain in the area, so just keep your fingers crossed that nothing serious happens. But if you're having some difficulties on your end that aren't normal, that's probably due to us. Nothing we can do about it, but hopefully you can see enough of the game as Abarazzo completes the catch, for a 6-yard gain to bring up 3rd down and 4. From the Mauler 36, this is a big 3rd down for Orlando's tired defense. A 4-2-5 formation with 2 in the backfield, and they jumped offside. That's a 1st down, and it wouldn't have even mattered. Pass caught by Cooley. Can't have defensive lapses like that against this team. That's too easy.
Neutral zone infraction, number 97, defense.
So it's another fresh set of downs for Minneapolis, 38-35 from Wolf-Ram and Hart Stadium. This is the 2nd game of a Sunday football doubleheader here on the Simulation Football League Network on Twitch. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Cameron Irvine. Tomorrow night, it's old school night at Baltimore. Throwback uniforms for the Crabs as they host the Cleveland Vipers in the 2nd edition of the Commissioner's Cup. 4 receivers for Marconi on a 1st and 10, and his pass down the middle is caught beautifully to the 36 by Donald Miller. Move those chains. Miller in between two defenders, two receivers on that set. Makes a beautiful catch, and he has really done well tonight. One of his better performances as a Mauler. 1st and 10 from the Orlando 36. Minneapolis on the move again, trying to extend their lead. Split backs, Marconi back to throw. Over the middle, short, Abarazzo, a 4-yard gain. Abarazzo now 14 catches, but only for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's less than 10 yards a catch, which is unlike Abarazzo, who averages 13.31 yards per catch, which isn't the greatest in the league. That belongs to Scott King, 22.35 yards per game, and that was a pick'em question of his yards per catch tomorrow night. Marconi's pass, caught again by Abarazzo, short of the sticks. A 4-yard gain brings up 3rd down and 2. .420 to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers and a back in the backfield. It'd be a 45-yard field goal from here. Marconi back to throw. Got open receivers all across the field as Orlando backed up in coverage. Minneapolis moves the chains. 1st down and into the red zone. 4 minutes to go in the 3rd. Orlando's still hanging around in this game. Matsumoto coming in, 41.3 quarterback rating. Didn't expect much from him. 2 touchdowns, 8 picks. He has played well, but he's on the bench right now trying to watch his defense make a play. Marconi to the end zone. The pass is through the hands of James Cooley. And he's looking at him like he can't believe he didn't make the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10, and that could have easily been a Mauler touchdown. May have been deflected by Woods. Hard to tell, but that one just looked like a missile that did not find its target. 2nd and 10 for the 19. 3 receivers, 2 backs. There's 4 down linemen, a 4-2-5 set. Another free play here for the Maulers. That pass is caught past the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. They're going to decline the penalty. It's Donald Miller again, and it's a 1st and goal, Minneapolis.
Neutral zone infraction, number 97, the penalty.
Too many defensive breakdowns. The game, once again, is just sort of starting to get away from Orlando as they just have not been able to stop Marconi for much of this quarter. But Orlando came back from 17 points down to take the lead in the 2nd quarter, so I suppose anything is possible, but you really got to like how the Maulers are playing right now. Cooley with backed off defenders on him at the bottom of the screen. A 4-2-5 look with linebackers showing blitz. They only rush 4. Marconi back to throw to the end zone. The pass is tipped and incomplete. Orlando's feisty. 1 and 2 coming into the game. They've been terrible on the road this season. They lost 30-13 against Honolulu, in which they did not score an offensive touchdown. Then last week, they lost 25-19, in which they scored just twice, both on the ground with Zach Parker. But in their home game, they scored 59 against Cleveland. 2nd and goal from the 8. They swing it out to Chambers. Chambers, not a lot of space. Only about a 1.5 yard gain. It's 3rd and goal. Huge play in this game. Marconi over 2,000 yards passing already this season, averaging nearly 10 yards per attempt. Marconi, short slant, he's held 1 yard shy of the end zone. I believe A.J. Lacoste on the tackle. 9 catches for a $118 for Donald Miller tonight. And if you're the Maulers, do you even think about going for it? They're going to kick the field goal. What a tackle. I believe A.J. Lacoste made the stop. And Orlando holds on the 1 yard line. To keep it a one-score game, the extra point, or the field goal, is good from 17 yards away. Orlando 35, Minneapolis 41. 2:14 left in the third quarter. What a thriller. What an exciting night of SFL action. Again, for the second straight week, every game has been close as Minneapolis kicks it away. It's something about any sort of channeling of the Walsh Bowl in this league. Just out of control. Holloway returns to the 26. Can the Mahler defense come up with a stop like they had on their last possession? Matsumoto dumps it over the middle. That was Isaac Perez on the catch. Gain of about 8 as you look at Marconi and Matsumoto's numbers. Matsumoto, again, not too bad of a night. It's not their MO to throw 60 times like it is Minneapolis's. Second and 2 from the 34. 3 backs in the backfield. Zach Parker takes a handoff and could not break the tackle. What a great job on the outside by Billy Joe Gatlin. No gain brings up 3rd down and 2. A huge play made there, and that's what you got to do against Zach Parker. You cannot let him get outside. Mahler's next home game is Sunday, March the 1st. They host the San Francisco Bulldogs at 6 p.m. Get your tickets at the Wolf Raymond Hart box office or by visiting Mahlers.com. Hand off to Parker, and he stopped. A loss of 3 on the play. A huge stop for the Mahler defense to force 4th down. Winning the battle on the outside. Back-to-back plays. Crucial job by the Mahlers to get Orlando's offense off the field once again. Third quarter clock ticking down in Kaleka. Overturn the kick from the 34, and again, not much room at all. The Mahlers will start from their 35-yard line. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. So much football left to be played as we go back and forth. One heck of a night. If you're just joining us, or if you didn't hear us at the beginning of the broadcast, it's negative 3 degrees, and that temperature has been plummeting since kickoff. First down from the 35. Marconi's pass to the sideline is caught. That is Miller again. A 6-yard gain. His 10th reception of the night brings up 2nd down and 4. Donald Miller this season. That is a new season high for Miller. His previous high was 9 catches. He also has not had a 100-yard game this year, and he has one tonight. 2nd and 4 from the 41. 3 receivers and 2 backs in the backfield, and Marconi drops to throw. Short. Abarazzo to come back for it just a little bit. Just off target. Caused the play to go for no gain, and that is the end of the third quarter of play. With your score, Orlando 35, Minneapolis 41. We'll be back to Wolf Raymond Hart Stadium in just a moment. This is Mahler Radio.
Dropped off the ride, pushed on a pull, got our bearings, got blown away, checked the time, killed some time, nibbled, knives, next time, now. Found some culture, fresh new kicks, not so subtle hints, midlife crisis, fountain of youth, aged in reverse, spoiled our dinner, centered, splurged, went smooth, smoother, smoothest, got fast, got warmed, got benched, ate like kings, swam with sharks, took a stroll, made it sparkle, made some moves, sipped on a nightcap, sipped on one more. Who needs date night when there's date day?
Mall of America.
Always new. Come in and use your Starbucks gift card any day through January 5th for a chance to win Starbucks for life.
Hello. You can go ahead and put your bag right here. Have a nice flight.
Traveling can feel like one big mystery. You're never quite sure what is coming your way. But when you've got an entire company who knows that the fewest cancellations and the most on-time flights are nothing if we can't get your things there too. It's no wonder more people choose Delta than any other airline.
Mauler Football on K-Mall is brought to you by the Mall of America, always new. By Starbucks. Get your free iced coffee after every victory from Minneapolis Starbucks locations. By Stella Artois. And by True Strength. Visit OptimumNutrition.com for more details. It's a 3rd down and 4 for Minneapolis to start the 4th quarter. 2 backs and 3 receivers, and Marconi will drop to throw and fire down the middle for a first down to the 46-yard line. Minneapolis now 8 of 12 on 3rd down conversions. As Orlando is struggling to get off the field over the last few possessions, let's take a look at the stats from the end of 3. More rushing yards than passing yards for Orlando in this game, but trying to keep pace, had less than 100 yards in that 3rd quarter of offense. 1st and 10 from the Orlando 46. Marconi's pass caught. Little pick play as Donald Miller yet again makes the grab, a 6-yard gain. Remarkable stat is the 203 rushing yards. That's over Orlando's season average. Minneapolis giving up just about 60 rushing yards per game coming in. Mentioned already the 3rd downs. That's what Orlando has struggled with. And look at the first downs. Only 6 first downs for Orlando, and they're only down by 6 here in the 4th quarter. Marconi back to throw. That pass is caught. First down. That is first down number 26 for the Maulers, or the Rollers as they would be called tonight. 1st and 10 to the Orlando 32. How much longer can the Intimidators hold up? First down and 10, trips to the top of the screen. 4-2-5 look, Marconi's pass is caught. First down, yes, to the 21. That's James Cooley. Marconi is red hot right now. Another Mauler first down. His one mistake did come down here on this end of the field. He'd like to avenge that. Changing the play, 4 wide receivers in an empty backfield. Marconi pressured, gets it away. Pass caught, first down. Abarazzo to the 10. Back-to-back first downs for Minneapolis. And now all they got to do is punch it in. The Maulers, the odds-on favorite to win the championship, but they're getting a big test tonight from Orlando. 1st and goal from the 10. Marconi back to throw. He's pressured and sacked. Nobody has done a better job on Marconi than Orlando tonight. Page with the sack, 2nd and goal back at the 12. And that might just give Marconi a little bit more room to operate. 10-20 remaining, 3 receivers. Orlando defense backed off as Marconi swings it outside. Again, another little pick play to Donald Miller. That has been so effective tonight. 12 catches for a $136. But it's still 3rd and goal at the 5. And the last time the Maulers were down here, they only managed a field goal, kept 1 yard shy of a touchdown. And what would this game be right now if they would have scored 6 on that? 3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield, 10 minutes to go, a 3rd and goal from the 5. Maulers trying to make it a 2-score game, a 2-touchdown game. Marconi against a blitz, throws it underneath for a touchdown. James Cooley puts him up by 13. Cooley just on a slant, and he just goes completely under the defense, which had nobody in the middle of the field. And what was once a 35-31 advantage for Orlando, or I'm sorry, a 35, my math is killing me. Orlando did have the lead, is what I'm trying to get at. It was 31-28, it was 35-31. My mistake, I included the extra point a little bit too early. The Maulers have scored 17 unanswered since Orlando took that lead. And now it's up to Zach Parker and the Intimidator offense to keep him in this game, this wild game from the 10-yard line. There's a penalty marker already, and that cannot be good for Orlando. First down back at the 21-yard line, a holding call. First and 10 of the 21. How will Orlando's offense respond? 8 in the box again for the Maulers. Hand off to Zach Parker, right-hand side. He's got the edge with a block. Parker cannot make the last man miss, but picks up a first down to the 32. I believe that was Kaleka who came in to make the stop on Parker. And a dangerous moment there for the Mauler defense. Great block on the outside, and a great job by Kaleka not falling for it. Or not falling for that final move, I should say. First and 10 now from the 32 out of the shotgun, with Parker to the left of Matsumoto. 4 receivers, 3 to the left-hand side. Matsumoto takes a low snap, back to pass, checks it down. Pass caught, a 5-yard gain. Brings up second down and 5 as the clock ticks under 9 minutes to go. I formation with 2 receivers. Gunner top of the screen, Allen bottom of the screen. Minneapolis showing blitz. They back off. Matsumoto looking, can't find anybody, floats it dangerously over the middle. The pass is caught in between 2 defenders. Thomas Gunner to the Intimidator 49 for the first down, Orlando. Gutsy throw from Matsumoto. I mean, he had to put that football perfect, and the timing had to be perfect. Clock continues to move. Orlando just shy of midfield. And Matsumoto again out of the gun with 2 receivers. Gunner and Allen split out wide. 8 in the box again for Minneapolis. And Matsumoto will hand it off on a draw. Parker breaks a tackle, picks up 4. Now has 217 yards and 3 touchdowns on the night. Austin Broadway who was acquired from San Francisco a couple of weeks ago on that stop. 2nd and 6 in the 47 now after the draw. Matsumoto to throw against the blitz, gets it away, and it's caught again to the 35-yard line. How good has Matsumoto been against the blitz tonight? Unrattled, Conrad makes the catch. The non-star slot man, 7.5 to go, another first down to Orlando. They need touchdowns, not field goals. 4 receivers, Matsumoto out of the gun. Parker to his right. Matsumoto back to pass again. Checks it down. Parker's going backwards. A loss of 2. And quite possibly outside the range of Franklin Reese. Keep that in mind just in case. There is 7 minutes left. Orlando could kick a field goal, but they would need a complete stop to keep them in it. 2nd and 12 of the 37. 4 receivers. Matsumoto deep. He's got Gunner. It is caught at the 15. Gunner, who had a big drop last week in a crucial moment against San Francisco on the road, makes that play in the open field, and Orlando's in the red zone. A perfect spiral from Matsumoto. Gunner goes up and brings it down. Halfway through the 4th quarter, 48-35. From the 15 with 2 backs and 2 receivers. Minneapolis defense, 8 in the box, 4 down linemen. Matsumoto back to throw. Matsumoto looking, fires to the right-hand side, and that one is dropped by Perez. 2nd and 10, can't afford that. Maulers catch a bit of a break there. Still on pace for, or at least close to their season average of nearly 60 points per game. They're tough to stop, but Orlando's been one of the best at hanging with them. Quite honestly, the best, as the Maulers have had to work hard tonight. 3 backs in the backfield. Matsumoto swings it out, and that is to the fullback, and that got only 2 yards. Elisara, 3rd and 8. Very surprised that they've gone a little bit away from Zach Parker, over 200 rushing yards tonight. And they have not looked his way down here in the red zone. 4 receivers, 3 to the bottom of the formation. Matsumoto will play action. He's in trouble, gets it away just in time, but it's short of the first down. 237 pass yards for Matsumoto tonight, but that doesn't get the job done. And I'm guessing they'll bring Franklin Reese onto the field and play some defense. Or try to play some defense. That's what they do.